So the Atreyu, like the artist. Hello and welcome back to Stammerun with me, John. Today we're going to be doubling up. Hello and welcome back to Stammerun. So today we're going to be going out for a run. The weather is not great. The time is roughly about 8:30 in the evening, just after work. So what better way to relax is to take these out and put them through their paces. So Adizero SL, and we have our Adistar. So this evening's plan is to do a 5k, close to a tempo run in the Adizero SL. I'm really keen to find out how this combination between Light Strike Pro and Light Strike combination in here will feel, and how it's going to hold up, because the weather out there is absolutely disgusting. So I'm going to wonder how this is going to feel on foot in the wet, and is the grip good? How does the upper feel? And more importantly, the midsole. And compare it to the SL20. Secondly, I'm then going to come back straight away, change shoes, and then hit a recovery in this Adidas Adistar. So I think, or I'm hoping, that this will be a proper recovery shoe, and it's not going to feel too awful. So I'm really keen to see if I can put this through its paces, even try and get a sub 20-minute 5k in the shoe, and see how much effort I need to put in to get that out of the shoe and how it feels. And then immediately come back and recover in the Adistar shoe, so that this is primarily designed for recovery. Am I hopeful? I don't know, but there's only one way to find out, and let's just get to it. So we are going to take these bad boys out, and we are going to get changed, we're going to get dressed, and we're going to see if we can do something in these shoes. Fast pace, recovery pace. The weather is absolutely disgusting out there. So let's see how the cheaper options fare. See. Today we're going to be doing a double run. So I'm going to be doing a 5k in these Adizero SLs. Don't know if you can see those there. So we're going to be looking to do a 5k in those, trying to do some speed work in those, and then when I come back, immediately get changed and do a recovery in the Adidas Adistar. So these big clumpy things are supposed to be a recovery shoe. So I'm really interested to see, now that I'm upping the training, to see if I can do the recovery in this shoe after doing a speed session in the Adizero SLs. And one of the things that I'm interested in is to see if these discounted shoes will do the job. So I'm going to offer a run, and I'll see you when I get back. Just finished the 5k tempo in the Adidas Adizero SL, and I'm really pleasantly surprised. You definitely need to put some effort into it. These are, if you're really light on foot, you can really feel that core, just having that core there really helps. Really impressed by the shoe, as it was £39. So I've been banging on for a long time about the SL20 and how that was missed, and then you had the SL20 2.1 and then the one after that, and then they've made this, so I was a bit sceptical excuse me, but I have to say I'm really impressed. So seeing it's for £60, absolutely, as I've just finished that 5k run, I think I was about at 18:20, and yeah, they felt really good. They didn't feel heavy. They felt really quite nimble, really quite light. The energy return is obviously not there, but there is a little bit. And for £39, wow. Again, these would definitely do for a 5k race or a 10k race. I'm not sure about half in these, but so far so good. So now I've got to get back in these. I'm going to go at a slower pace to see how they feel, and then we're going to go out in the Adizero Adistar. I'm not looking forward to that one. I'm speechless, really. Just such a good shoe. Held up really well. It was really wet out there. It did feel a tiny bit slick, so they were really fast, really good. And I'll give you my final thoughts on the run when I get back from the Adistar run. So now we're gonna chuck these on. I'm gonna do a slow run, and yeah, let's get back to it. Double run. So the time is now 10:15. So we're gonna have a warm down in the Adistar. That's what they're meant for, and we'll get back and we'll talk about the shoes. See you soon. So I just got back from the second run, and after a hard day's work, after a full day's work, and some running, this is it's been a very interesting evening. So the first run was in this Adizero SL, and I have to say, absolutely blown away by how good this actually is. So I was always a fan of the 20, the SL, and when that came out I immediately picked that up. I think that was about £80 to £100, and I think I picked it up when I was about £20. So I picked this up for, I think, £42, and this is the shape of all the current Adidas Adizero Pros and all that kind of stuff. It is the same shape. Now this has got a core of Light Strike Pro and Bounce, and the majority is Light Strike. This is a light, this is a fast, this is a comfortable shoe, and I have been very impressed. So I took this on a tempo, and I'll put the stats on screen, and I think I did an 18 something in the shoe. a tempo-ish run. It was dark. It's a little bit, tiniest bit slippy in the wet, 'cause it's really wet here. But surprisingly, the uppers really didn't retain the heat as much as I thought. Midsole, that combination, even though there's no plate in there, this doesn't need a plate. This is a good old-fashioned just foam shoe. And then when I took it down a notch, again, it really held its own. It was really comfortable. It's really light. And I just find it an overall really good, light, fast shoe. So very, very impressed. And as a recovery, I decided to take out the Adistar, and looking at this lump of recycled plastic, it looks like a Frankenstein shoe. There are many shoes out there that you buy, that you use, and you know, they could be £100, they could be £2, they could be £300, and you pick them up and you don't necessarily know what to expect in the shoe, but for whatever reason you love that particular shoe. And Adidas, just, you know what you're doing. You really, really do. So I have to take my hat off, because I was expecting a pile of recycled mess. I was expecting a heavy, horrible shoe, and what I got was an unexpected surprise. So one of the things that I find personally for me really difficult to find is that shoe that links everything else together. So you can have your tempo shoes, your fast shoes, your sort of easy day shoes, but I find it hard to slow everything down and just get into that pace and just find a shoe that kind of links everything together. And in this Adidas Adistar, I found it absolutely brilliant. This shoe is one of the first shoes in a long time that it knows what it is, it knows what it wants to do. So what I mean is that it looks really heavy. You put it on your foot and you think, this shoe is just not good. And then you start to run, and it's really clear what Adidas are trying to do. They're really, really clever. So it's definitely like a Hoka shoe. So it really wants you to rock. So what it wants you to do is it wants you to transition and keep you on your toes, but not in a ferocious way. You are locked into that shoe, and it wants you to rock. So it doesn't want you to run particularly fast in the shoe. But when you're locked into that pace, the transition in the shoe is absolutely fantastic. I can't even express to you, for me, what I find this is, because this links everything else together. I absolutely love this shoe. It's not a particularly fast shoe, so it's not a fast shoe, but it's that shoe that you want to put on. You want to do recovery, but you just want to just plod along in the shoe and not really think about it and get into that transition. You can also use this shoe as a kind of, I would say, an everyday-ish shoe. So what this shoe is, the best way to describe this shoe is, this is the world-class defensive midfield player. So this is the Kante, this is the Makalele. This is that shoe that does a lot of work that nobody really sees, but it links everything else together. So for me, I know the marathon shoe, I know the half marathon shoe, I know the tempo shoe, I even know the sort of recovery shoe, but this is that final piece where it's just, I can't describe what it's like. This is a runner's shoe, definitely. And what I mean is that if you have really good form, this shoe is just, it just feels so good. I can't express it. It's not that it's bouncy, it's not that necessarily the foam is forgiven as such. It's still quite a hard foam, but the rocker feel in this shoe is unlike anything I've actually felt. So for me, it's just such a good easy day shoe. It's fantastic. I'm really taken aback by how good the shoe is, and for £39 I'm just staggered. So this is the shoe that I didn't know that I needed, and I do need the shoe. So this shoe is just absolutely brilliant. So all I can say to Adidas is well done, because I absolutely love this shoe. This is such a good shoe. So on that tired note, please don't forget to like, favourite and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.